All right, man. This is a quick hit test live, man. This is a quick hit test live. I'm trying to see if I am linking up my YouTube, my Instagram, all in one place, man. What's going on, people? I see the people on Instagram over there joining, which lets me know that Instagram is working for me, man. This is always brought to you by CO Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. We're just testing this over here right now. I see Frontline over here on the YouTube side, man. This just a quick hit test, man. I had to test it, man, to see if it's working, man. I'm trying to see if I can't get this to where when I go live on YouTube, it's also being seen on Instagram, man. And apparently it is working. I would think it is working, man. But while we're here, man, I'm gonna go ahead and re-say something again, man, that I talked about earlier in my video that I did earlier today, man. I am gonna put together a top 10 Puerto Rican prospect list. Encouraging everybody to throw names at me of any potential Puerto Rican prospects that you may think are worthy to be on the top 10 list, so we can sift through them together, man, and come up with a solid top 10 Puerto Rican prospect list, man. That's the goal right there, man. And I think what I'm probably gonna do is send that information to a few of my friends as well, and probably go into a dialogue. I might even get Coach Nelson involved to where we can mix our list together, man, and come up with a real good solid one. Now, as always, when you do lists like this, there's always going to be people that are going to get left out. There's going to be folks that are going to get their feelings hurt, I guess, because, you know, they don't make the list. But just because somebody doesn't make the list doesn't mean they're not great fighters or anything like that. What's going on, Joe Townsend? I'm trying to do this double stream, man. Yeah, I saw that Frontline. I saw what he was trying to do over there, man. I saw what he was trying to do, man. Nasty work, man. Nasty work, man. I'm just trying to if y'all got me on Instagram, I'm also streaming this on Instagram, man. That's why I came up here to do this test, to see how it comes out. And it looks like it is streaming on Instagram as well, which is a good thing, man. I'm really liking the fact that it's working, man. I want to go ahead and take the time, though, man, since we're up here, man. I did make a video about, you know, Jamal Charlo and the Cornflake Lamana fight being off. I think it's to the point now, man, where I think Jamal Charlo should go ahead and retire. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. What's going on, A-Weapon? I see you over there on the Instagram side, man. Salute to you, man. You know. I think it's time for Jamal Charlo to go ahead and retire, man, because at this point, if he is having to keep backing out of fights and stuff like that, and if he's going through a lot of things in his life, then I don't think it's safe for him to box. And I say that respectfully, really, man, because I don't wish any bad on any man. And if he is battling a lot of demons, man, I'd rather him go ahead and take care of that and focus on that rather than to worry about boxing, man. Hopefully he made some smart investments and he didn't spend his money badly or anything like that to where he should be good to go. Just do boxing, man. I'm trying to do this double stream, man. This is the first time I get it to put together with Instagram and YouTube, man. That's why I'm testing it, man. I'm testing the waters, man. I might like this a lot. I think the only thing that's gonna be bad about this is that on YouTube, man, it's only I mean, on Instagram, I only get an hour. So once the hour hits, that's it for Instagram, man. So if I'm still cooking, that's the only downfalls of that, man. But I'll try to keep it within an hour, man. This was a test anyway, so this one's not gonna get close to an hour at all, man. But yeah, I don't think Jamal Charlo should worry about boxing at all, man. I think he should just concentrate on his life, get his life together, and move on, man. Now, if there does come a point in time where I hope everything's going good, everybody, what's going on? What's it is? Mark Wonderlick, what's good with you, man? Salute to everybody, man. Um, and I don't know, man, because it seems like the Charlos, Spence, um, Keith Thurmans of the world, they haven't fought in so long. And even though we enjoyed watching them fight, do you really want to see them fight after having that big of a long layoff, man? Like, is it safe for them to really fight right now? Should they, like maybe not retire completely, but if they were to come back, I would think they should take them a light touch, get their feet wet, man. Get oil the engine. You know what I'm saying? Get it going back, man, to where they be like, okay, get back in some kind of rhythm and something like that, and then gauge where you're at and see if maybe it is time to either go ahead and step the competition up or leave boxing altogether. I am not nobody to tell anybody to retire or not retire. These are just suggestions. This is just an opinion. This is how I feel about it. It's just boxing ain't nothing to play with. We all know that. They say, you can't play boxing. Well, it's true. You can't play boxing. So if you can't play boxing, maybe, that should apply to the professionals as well. You know what I'm saying? Shawa. Hey, I think I got the Instagram going, Shawa. They got a ring rust 100. You're correct. Yeah, and I just don't want to see nobody get hurt. That's the thing, man. And listen, I know that a lot of these fighters, they've done a lot of things that make us question them, like the Charlos, they didn't did a lot of things that we're gonna question, and it ain't necessarily that we have to co-sign them or support them or anything like that. They're grown men, and they did things that just we didn't agree with, but at the same token, they're human beings, and I just can't wish them no bad like that, man. Like, I don't have to deal with them, but I don't have to wish them bad as well, And that's where I'm at with it. That's the way I am with mostly all of them, except for the ones that say racist rants, like the Ryan Garcias of the world and the Teofimo Lopez of the world. That right there is a whole different story. Even though I am not one that wishes people bad, I definitely don't co-sign none of that, and they get none of my support, man. None at all, man. And I've always said this, and maybe people think I'm joking when I say it, man. Because I always say, man, if I see Teofimo, man, in person, I'm probably gonna smack him, And I know people say, well, he's a pro boxer and this and that, and you're just talking, and no, I really am not, man, because you as a man have to know what line an individual can cross and what he cannot cross. And to me, people like Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez cross that line, man. To the point where if you do see him, if you don't check him, what kind of man are you? You know what I'm saying? You should be able to check them. You should be able to put them in their place. And let shit fall out how it may fall. Let the chips fall where they may fall. It's simple. I don't think it's that hard, man. Like, I've always stood on my square, man, no matter what. Is there things that I do regret in life? Yeah, I regret some things that I've done. Yeah. One of the things that I never wanted to get myself involved in, and I have let myself get involved in, is back and forth with other channels, Like, that's one thing I do regret. Like, I should never, never, never go back and forth with a channel, because for what? For what? I don't believe that that's they're deserving of that kind of energy. Uh, and if I allow myself to do that, then that's a slip up on my part. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm adult enough to say that. You know, I'm adult. I'm adult enough to say that, man. And I just look. I don't want no smoke online. I don't want no smoke on YouTube. I don't, man. I don't want no smoke on YouTube. I don't want to be on no debate panels. I don't want to be on this back and forth thing. None of that. None of that. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it, man. What I wanted to do when I lost my other channel, and excuse me if it ain't all boxing, but that's why I named this kind of local TV, because this is a TV network, not a boxing channel. Okay. You know, but one of the things I did when I lost my main channel, that I said when I started this new one, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna name it Kano Local TV. I'm gonna make it an open platform. I'm gonna make the topics be whatever the topics may be. If I want to speak about life, I will, right? I'm gonna enjoy the ride in rebuilding, you know, because this is a journey. At the end of the day, this ain't gonna happen overnight. I understand that. I fully understand that. You know, whatever many subscribers I had over there, which was well over 20,000, it's not a big deal. I never looked at that 20K as something special, you know, in my opinion. Because at the end of the day, what matters are to the people that are actually going to show up and watch your content, the ones that are going to actually consume your content. So whether you got one subscriber or 100,000 subscriber, if that one subscriber, right, is always showing you support and love versus having 100,000 subscribers and maybe 20 of them show you love, I'll take my one. I'll take my one subscriber that's always going to be here every day, you know, or the one that's always going to be having their best interest for me and stuff like that, man. So it's really not a numbers game. I know it sort of is a numbers game at the end of the day when you're on YouTube, but you have to look beyond the numbers. You have to look at building something special. And I'll admit I do have one video that I regret putting up that I did a live on, but it'll be the only time I ever do that. Salute to you, Clarence McLean. Damn, let me see something. Let me see something, Clarence, because I don't want to. I have no idea if I got you wrenched up or not, and if I don't, I want to go ahead and wrench you up. Is Clarence McLean wrenched up? Or did he show up on the... Okay, I think he showed up on the IG, I think. Did he? I don't see him. Why is he not on my chat? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Let me wrench you up, bro. It's got a slight delay. That's all. I'll wrench you up. I got you wrenched up now, man. Got you taken care of, man. But what I was getting back at was that I allowed myself to go left on that, man. And I'm man enough to tell you that I am openly going. He should have a wrench now, though, Shotwa. I just wrenched him up. So if he's still around, hopefully he'll type again, and the wrench should show up, man. So let me know if you're good to go, man. That's Clarence McLean from the No Duck Zone podcast, man. Shout out to him, man. I did make a mistake, man, and like I said, I'm gonna apologize to my subscribers because I don't ever want to get hostile with anybody while I'm live. I don't ever want to go back and forth with another content creator on my live. I don't ever want to have that kind of friction. And that's just where I'm at with it, man. I look, I'm in my 50s, man, and at this point, man, I realized that was not the right thing to do. Yes, it felt good to vent, but venting, I could have vented another way without involving my viewers, you know, if that makes any sense, man. So that's where I'm at with it, man. Listen, and I made a video about this, man, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it anyway since we're live and shit. Najee Lopez, let me make sure 817 is wrenched up. Shit. Man, all these jokers, man, hold on, man. How did I not? All right, you got a wrench now too, man. You got a wrench now too. this Friday on ProBox TV, Najee Lopez is going to be fighting on ProBox TV. He's going to be doing, he's going to be on the, I believe he's the main event. Now, Najee Lopez is one of those top 10 prospects, Puerto Rican prospects that I've been speaking about for years. I don't know the exact amount of time that I've been speaking on him, so I don't want to misspeak on it, but it's been years, right? It's been years. And I think the only one, well, I'm not going to say the only one, but the main one that is following Najee right alongside with me, right, is Junior the Truth, man. Anytime Najee Lopez fights, Junior the Truth texts me, hey, bro, yo, bro, Najee up, Najee up. You know, so I appreciate Junior the Truth, you know, for you know, always following Najee, man, right alongside with me, man. I just think he's going to do a lot of great things. I believe he's going to be a champion. And even though I made a video, you know, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it because I did put this on the video, but I'm live. I might as well tell you, you know, the video, it'll live. It'll be okay. What's going on, Jeff? Crush, what's good, man? His last fight, he got dropped, right? It was like a flash knockdown, and a lot of people were making a big deal out of it and huffing and puffing like he got exposed and all that. And I just disagree with that notion. I disagree with that notion. I didn't know Tay fought in the gym with Najee. Yeah, Tay Jones knows him very well as well. I looked at that as a learning experience for him. I looked at that as another box that he checked off on my list because, let me take this thing off. Why is that shit? I hate when my name is over there, man. I hate that shit. All right, there we go. I got that off of there, man. That name floating on the side over there, man, nowhere was nothing, man. I don't think he was exposed as a check mark that I checked off, a box that I checked off, because how many times do we sit here, right? And we see these prospects that are coming up, right? The prospects that are coming up and shit, and you're like, yeah, man, he looks great, but I still got questions. And then when I say, what questions you got? Well, what are they gonna do when they get clipped real good? Huh? What are they gonna do when they get dropped? How are they gonna react? You know what I'm saying? But they ask you that, right? They ask you that because those are boxes that they want to check off. But then when it happens to the boxer, right? Even though the boxer came back and showed you his true colors, right? He got up, commenced to whooping ass and won the fight. All of a sudden it's an exposure. So you can't have it both ways. You want to see him tested, then you say it's exposed. But I say they're exposed if they get knocked down and fold. That's when I consider them to be exposed. But if they get knocked down or buzzed and they come back and fight and win the fight, you know, that's not exposure. That's letting you know he's legit. Abdullah Mason's another one. Boxes that checked off. That dude that knocked him down, anybody else would have got knocked out. He did not. He got up and finished the guy. He knocked the other dude out. So we got to be careful when we say they're exposed. No, they're not exposed. Yeah, 817, you're right. So I don't agree with the exposed thing. That's what I'm getting at, man. That we got to look at it differently, man. Do y'all know the difference? I mean, am I making any sense, man? Am I making any sense? Had Abdullah Mason got knocked down the way he got knocked down, and he wouldn't have came back and won that fight, then you can tell me he got exposed. But he did not. Najee Lopez got dropped. Had he got dropped and stayed down, then you could have told me he got exposed. But they did not. Both of those individuals came back and won their fight. They won their fight. And let me just clear something up. even if they don't win the fight, if they go out on their shield and they keep getting back up and fighting back, that's letting you know the kind of heart and dog that they got in them. That counts too. You shouldn't write off a fighter because they lose a fight any damn way. I know a lot of fighters that have lost fights, man, and they're still great fighters. So we can't just go off of that like that, man. We have to be more conscious of that, man, when we start judging these fighters. And I'm missing the chat. I know I am. I'm sorry. His last fight was also after he had recovered from the broken jaw. Yep. Ryan Garcia, he took a knee and did not want to get up. The fight game is real. Yeah, see, that's the thing right there. That's the thing right there. And you saying this, right? You saying this, right? How many remember? Because I remember I said Ryan Garcia quit. Because he did. He quit. But how many of y'all remember when everybody was like, oh, man, he didn't quit. He didn't quit. Have you ever got hit there before? No, man, he didn't quit. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He didn't go out on his shield. If he'd have got up and tried to fight back, yeah, even though you're hurt, if you get up and show some heart, right? Show some dog in you. But no, he didn't do that. He quit. That's why I can confidently say he quit. He quit. I don't care how y'all slice it. He quit. Had there been any other fighter, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Had there been any other, they'd be like, oh man, he ain't go out on his shield. Why he ain't get up? He ain't go out on his shield. See, he ain't got no heart. Damn. Come on, bro. Let's keep it a buck, man. We know that that's the way it is. Yeah, 817, man. But Earl Spence and Deontay Wilder both went out on their shield. They went out on their shield and they got crucified. But you got a quitter that quit in the ring that as soon as the count was over, he stood right up. And y'all giving him a pass. On top of that, he's racist. Come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, man? Do we not see the inconsistency here? Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Get up, and if you get knocked out, that's boxing. It's the hurting game. High pay, high risk, all that. Who the hell calling me? Yeah, they going to voicemail. They going to voicemail. They're going to voicemail. Yeah, man. So that's how I think about that kind of stuff, man. Damn, this was supposed to be a test live. This wasn't even supposed to be a live. This was supposed to be a test. Man, that shit don't never work for me. It ain't never a test. I always end up doing something more than what I'm doing, man. Golly. But third game, what's going on with your salute? Let me go ahead and speak on this because the General 78 brung it up, man, about Teofimo and Richardson Hitchens. And we all got different opinions on it and all that stuff. That's what makes all of us content creators unique. And this is why we're able to go live at different times or put out content at the same time and stuff like that, because we all have a little difference of opinion and the way we look at the fights and shit. Kamaran, what's going on with you, man? Let me go check the chat, make sure I ain't mess up nobody, man. Hopefully everybody got a wrench, man. If somebody, one of our family members, they ain't got a wrench, let me know so I can wrench them up, man. We know that Tio refused to fight Subriel Matias for $2.8 million, right? Said it wasn't worth it, right? But even though it's the most money he's ever made, it's crazy to me how he turned that down, by the way. Crazy to me. But now he's eyeballing Richardson Hitchens, right? They're not like set to fight yet or anything like that. It ain't nothing final, but it seems like they're talking back and forth on X, and they might be negotiating, and they're going at each other's neck really hard and all that. So it's a possibility that that might be a unification bout that happens. And the difference is I got Richardson Hitchens on a high totem pole in my eyes, whereas a lot of other people don't have Richardson Hitchens high on their totem pole. I believe Richardson Hitchens is the truth. I believe Richardson Hitchens is a phenomenal boxer. I really, really do. And I think Teofimo Lopez, if he does choose to fight Richardson Hitchens and the fight does get finalized, Teofimo Lopez is going to get embarrassed by Richardson Hitchens. Embarrassed by Richardson Hitchens. Mark my words, this is an easy fight for me to pick. Easy fight for me to pick. Like, there's no question in my mind that Richardson Hitchens is going to smoke Teofimo, may even drop him. Oh, Kano, did you say Richardson Hitchens might drop Teo? Yeah. That's what I said. Y'all, I've been around long enough to know. I have been around, and I know a lot about Richardson Hitchens. I know a lot about people around Richardson Hitchens. I know a lot of things about Richardson Hitchens, you know, that take me to that conclusion. It does. And just so y'all know, Richardson Hitchens does have some power. Call me crazy. Go ahead. I don't care. He does. When he chooses to use it, that's the catch right there. That's the catch 22. See, it just depends on who he is fighting, whether he's going to sit down on his punches or not. You got to understand that if he's fighting a fight that he knows he has to stick and move, right? Let me teach y'all a little boxing, okay? From the Richardson Hitchens perspective, okay? If you are somebody like Richardson Hitchens and you see yourself in a situation, man, I got to box this dude to stay away. He's got a lot of power, right? Fighters like Richardson Hitchens, they're not going to sit on their punches. They're going to score points, but they're going to hit you, jab, 1, 2, 1, 2, jab, you know? They're going to hit you, but without sitting down on their punches. Why? Because they can stick and move a lot quicker if they do not sit on their punches. That is why they do that. Now, if he's in a situation where he doesn't have to move as fast and he can sit on his punch, he gonna let one loose. I'll give you an example. Go watch. I'm gonna give y'all some homework. Shaw, I'm gonna give you this homework then. And because I want y'all to see what I'm trying to tell you. You want to see a perfect example when he sits on his punches? Go watch Richardson Hitchens versus John Bowser. Go watch Richardson Hitchens versus John Bowser and tell me he ain't punching different now. Tell me. That's all I want you to do. Go look at that. There's other fights. With an example of that. But that's the best one I can give you. That's the best one I can give you. If you look at that, you're going to understand exactly what I'm saying. Dude, there's all kind of gym stories about Hitchens that I personally know to be factual, right? That I know, right? A lot of people don't want to spar that man in the gym, bro. He's a problem. And what I mean by problem is the mother can fight, bro. He can fight. Just ask the people that been in the gym with him. Do that. I know he talks a lot. I know he's boisterous and, he rubs people the wrong way. I get all that. But the man can fight, bro. He can fight. What are you going to tell you? Oh, man, just because no, man, Richardson Hitchens gonna beat Teofimo, and he's going to beat him quite easily. As a matter to the fact, I'm going to place money on him. If that fight gets done, I'm placing my money on Richardson Hitchens. Are you hear what I'm saying, man? I'm going to come up on that. Stephen Elder Mack, what's good with you? Yeah. I don't know. Them people, I'm just telling you, man, do not be shocked if what I'm telling you comes to fruition. It's how I see it. It's how I see it, man. And we're all entitled to see that any way we want, man. And you know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping for the day, right? And this is not y'all, because y'all are not like this, but I'm hoping for the day where I can see everybody have a difference of opinion on how a fight is going to play out on YouTube, right? Or on social media. And people respect each other's opinion, man. And people will say, you know what? I see where Kano's coming from. Or I see where Shawa's coming from. Mr. Talk Too Much. Yeah, I see where he's coming from. I see why he says that. Oh, the No Duck Song podcast? Oh, I understand why he's saying that. But the thing about it is, this is the catch right here. If you want me to understand where you're coming from, you got to give me an explanation. Sort of like what I just did about Hitchens with the pity pat versus sitting on punches. And, if you give an explanation and it's reasonable, it's got to be reasonable, right? You got to respect it, man, because we all have our own set of eyes. We all have our own opinion on how a fight is going to play out. We all got our opinion on whether this fighter has heart or not. That's like Jose Diaz. He's going for David Morrell. I'm picking David Benavidez. He's got his reasons for picking Morrell. I support it. I got my reasons for picking Benavidez. I just think Benavidez has more professional fighting experience, has been on the bigger stage more often, right? I think he's durable. He does not gas out. And I think the pressure is just going to be too much for Morrell. I understand Morrell had a long amateur background and all that. I just don't put a lot of stock in amateur boxing going into the pros. Now, does that mean that I'm right? Does that mean that Benavidez is going to win? No, it don't mean that. It means that's how I see it. The perspective I'm looking at it from is that Benavidez is going to stop Morrell. Come fight night, Morrell may stop Benavidez. He just may. Puello against Gary Antoine Russell. Shawa, I'm going to go with Gary Antoine Russell on this, man. I think, look, that Puello thing, man, that's just a novelty to me, man. Like, I don't think he's man, how do I say this, man? Because you don't want to disrespect fighters, right? But I don't think he's an elite fighter. I don't think he's a top dog. I just think he was in the right place, right time, and he capitalized on it. And I got to give him respect for capitalizing on it and the time that he did. I just think that now he's going to be in there against a Gary Antoine Russell who can fight. And I just don't see him being able to handle Gary Antoine Russell. Chocolate Thunder, Tay Brown. Salute to you. I see you over there. Yeah, I'm trying this out for the first time, man. I'm trying, Tay. I'm trying this out for the first time. It's supposed to be in a test live, but it just went left field for me, man. I blame Shawa for that. She made it go left field for me like that, man. Oh, I got that wrong. It's Puello versus Sandor. Oh, yeah, that's right. Antoine's fight. Who's Antoine fighting? Damn, I done got mixed up now. Puello and Sandor Martin. I got Sandor Martin, man. 817 says pulling for Morel. See, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. And the beautiful part about this, the beautiful part about it is I don't have a dog in the race. I always, you know what? Those are the funner fights for me to pick. The ones I don't have a dog in the race, man. Those are the funner fights for me to watch and enjoy. The ones I don't have a dog in the race. Kevin Newman fights. I got a dog in the race, man. I'm going to be nervous the whole time. Charles Conwell fight. I got a dog in the race. I'm going to feel nervous the whole time. The Stephen Shaws of the world, right? I got a dog in the race, man. I'll be nervous the whole time. You feel me? My brother, Kent Cruz. Y'all know him as Kent. I call him Kenny. If he fighting, I got a dog in the race, man. I'm going to feel, a little 903 boxing in the building. Salute to you, bro. But I guess what I'm getting at is, man, we all should be entitled to have our own opinion without each other hating us, man. A prime example is the man who just walked in the building right now. 903 boxing. We don't agree on everything, man. We don't, man. That motherfucker will say some crazy shit that I'm like, nah, dog, I ain't fucking with that, but I feel you. I feel you, but I don't look at it like that, But I respect his opinion because, again, what did I say? When you have an opinion about something and you thoroughly explain yourself, I gotta respect it. Just like when I give you an opinion, I thoroughly explain it, and hopefully y'all will respect it as well. Ronald says, yep, when Earl and Devin fight, I feel like I'm in there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, if I got a dog in a race, I get nervous. I mean, I just do, bro. I just do. They're my people. They're people that I root for. They're people that I stand behind, man. You know what I mean? Devin Haney's another one, though, man. I'll get nervous, man. I don't know him like I know the rest of them. Like I know the rest of them personally. I don't know Devin personally. But just because he's family of the family, you understand what I'm saying? Then I get nervous when he fights, too. Because if he's family, regardless. You know what I mean? Who said Conor Rigo is helping Benavidez, so we brought in Adrian Gold. Hey, man, listen, man. Y'all ain't going to convince me, man. Y'all are not going to convince me. Salute, Brett Fox. Y'all are not. Make sure everybody's wrenched up, man. Is everybody wrenched up over there that needs to be? Yes, y'all are, man. Y'all are not going to convince me to pick Morel, man. Y'all ain't going to convince me to pick Morel, man. And look, Jose Diaz got my number. He texts me and all that shit. He'll call me, man. And he'll probably cuss me out for picking Benavidez, man. That's still my brother, though. He's still my brother, though. We know where we stand. He know where we stand. If a Cuban fight a Puerto Rican, he know I'm going for the Puerto Rican. Come on, man. You know I'm picking the Puerto Rican. What are we doing? Y'all thought I was crazy because I was picking Berlanga over Canelo. Bro, I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to. Am I supposed to pick Canelo? Am I supposed to stand next to... Y'all not see that flag back there? Do that not mean nothing? Like, that shit means something to me. That shit means something to me, man. You're supposed to back your fighters. That shit means something to me. And got gloves up there to back it up too. Let's go. Morel Power is just different and he just more skilled, but Benavidez will make him work. See, that's my boy, man. 903 my boy, man. That's my dude right there, man. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk on the Instagram side. Salute to you, bro. Stormy B man in the building, bro. I don't know if I could do this. This double stream thing, I don't think I could do this. Trying to look at two chats, man. It's some crazy work, right? This some nasty work. Trying to look at these two chats, man. Yeah, I'm number 7, man. But am I officially number 7? Supreme B Cadillac, am I officially numero 7? That's all I want to know, man. Get me on there, man. But yeah, listen, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. This was supposed to be a quick hit test live. I was testing this restream where it was streamed to YouTube and Instagram at the same time, and somehow, some way, I ended up getting stuck talking more than just the tests. But I appreciate everybody that's in here and tuned in to me, man. Appreciate your time. Hopefully y'all smash the like button. I see you, TD Sports Talk. I see you, bro. But this always brought to you by CL Management, DV Tracksuits. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Kano Local TV. Yo, we out of here. On to the next